In this video, I'm going to share with you how to get ahead of 99% of people. And the thing is that 99% of humankind are focusing their energy towards finances, towards money, towards better career, bigger car, bigger house, more things. But the thing is, if you have listened some successful people, what they say is that if you actually achieve all this abundance, it actually doesn't make you happy. And this is a very big learning for most of us. How I see that myself is that you don't have to be crazy poor, but also you don't need this crazy luxury. And it's good to be somewhere in the middle ground, because if you think about the soul, if you see humans, that every human has a soul inside, that soul comes here to not have this all kind of material things, because you anyway can't take them with you, but they mostly come to earth, or why people incarnate to the earth and why we are born here is to really get the experience and the knowledge and the wisdom. And this is something where people have to find themselves on the right path, and many people are really on the wrong path to chase all these material things, all these kind of outside things. But really what we have to do is really look inside and see what is our purpose, what is our impact we want to create, what are our dreams and goals. So this is something I think people don't realize how important it actually is. And if you really align with yourself, with your true purpose in life, then actually everything else just comes naturally. And my advice for you, where you could start, is to really start analyzing yourself. How is your life and how are you doing in general? Are there any areas where you would want to expand? Are there any dreams you would want to fulfill? So I would really advise you to create a list for yourself and really start looking deeper and finding content what talks more about your purpose, impact, wisdom, inspirational videos, whatever things you feel that motivates and inspires you, because we have to find ourselves through what we actually love doing. And I think it's also a little bit crazy that the real wisdom and the real truth is actually very simple, and people tend to gravitate towards very complex things and think that life has to be hard and complex. Actually, the wisdom in life is very, very simple. So I would really advise you to look at yourself and try to find areas where you really feel joy, you really feel happiness, you really naturally start gravitating towards those things. So if you really feel this kind of gut feeling, this kind of saying, so this gut feeling what we have, this is actually our intuition, our soul talking with us. Usually we are gambling around two different choices, and these two choices are usually our head and our heart. And oftentimes it is more rational to do choices from your head because of the reasonable things. Like you can really count the things, you can really see the steps going forward. But oftentimes when you feel the heart, or sometimes it's also the gut feeling, then it's more not so reasonable all the time. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense because you can't even see the next steps ahead. But this is actually the sign that this is the right direction. So always try to listen to yourself and listen to your heart and gut feeling, however way it comes. Usually the heart will open more if you are questioning more about the relationship topics, and if you feel like you don't want to open up, or you feel closed by someone, then you also feel that your heart is very closed. So maybe it's something you can also notice, and the cut is more about all the other kind of topics like life decisions and maybe some kind of career choices. I'm explaining you this because then you can have more awareness about your body, because a lot of people also don't have connection with their physical bodies. So I really advise you to go out more in the nature and do physical, any kind of training you love, because it's very grounding, and going out in the nature is also very grounding. And really start looking at these kind of areas where you would feel more joy and happiness and expansion. So move more towards expansion, right? As a conclusion, I just want to invite you to start this journey of finding your soul, purpose and impact, and really change your life the way you would want to see it. So if you want to find your purpose, then I have a guide, Find Your Purpose, where I help you to get yourself aligned with your soul and really get you to the understanding why you're here, what is your impact, what is the bigger meaning, not just going to the work and doing these daily regular things, but what is actually your core thing and how you can actually get there. If it's something what is interesting for you, then I put the link below. But otherwise, if you have questions, then you can comment below, and I hope to see you next time.